Cal, was this just simply they made free throws and you didn't?
No. They should have been up 18 at halftime. Had a couple no-shows on our team. They beat us to loose balls. We missed 10 one-foot shots. We missed all free throws that mattered. And you have a lead late, and we're leaving timeouts, not executing. We took 2 steps back today. This was, and give them credit, they played hard. You know, they turned us over, but we turned them over. They had 20 turnovers. I mean, this came down to us. You know, we left 2 timeouts, and absolutely, one point I sat down and I would not speak to them. Looking at me, what are we running? I already told you in the timeout. So we took a big step back. Great lesson. You know, had our chances to win, and they made, you know, offensive rebound. I mean, they miss a shot and the ball comes and we got no. It was frustrating. A lot of stuff today. All the things I'm talking about, player driven. Everything was coach driven today. There was not one player driven thing today. They were, you know, that's what happens in that kind of game when the other team is fighting and you got to be challenged by your coaches. This is what it looks like.
John, it looked like some guys were hesitant to shoot from the perimeter. It's the second straight game where you guys have struggled to make anything away from the basket.
I don't know. Our guards didn't play well. Our guards didn't play well. I mean, you could say shooting. I could tell you dribbling. We had 3 guys that had 11 turnovers between them. So our guard play was horrendous today.
You know, some guys said this was a 2-team league over the course of the last weekend.
What's that?
Some people projected a 2-team league over the course of the
No,
weekend.
this should be 5 teams with maybe a 6th. That's what this league should be. And, you know, the sad thing is when we beat each other, it set the league soft. Really. And when everybody else beats each other, it shows the parity of their league and how strong their league is top to bottom. This league should have 5 to 6 teams in.
John, how disappointing is it at this time of year to have a team that takes 2 steps back?
Disappointing, but it's done now. We'll have to deal with it. We got 1 practice and we go to South Carolina. So it's almost like next. Let's see. The difference with the Florida game was there was so much to be encouraged about. We could move on, and this one is like, it's almost like you're waiting what's going to happen this next game. So hopefully they understand and take stock and take. The biggest thing is you got to take responsibility. We throw the ball late to James Young in the corner. Really. With timeouts, talking every timeout. You have timeouts, don't throw it away. Don't put anybody in a bad position. The guy that needed to get open didn't attempt to get open. He half, you know, acted. So we throw the ball to James with the timeout. Turn it over. That's the ball game. Well, wait a minute. None of the 3 want to take responsibility. And that's, you know, that's what young guys do. They just, you know, can't alibi. Every one of them, my fault. I should have done it. You're right, but I could have done this. I could have done it. And, you know, but ugly.
Cal, with all the talk about that celebration after the LSU win and what that would do, did you think this team had turned a corner, or did you know?
You know what, at halftime, I really wanted to probably, I needed to take more guys out. You know, Dakari just missed a bunch of 1-footers. But there were 2 other guys, they shouldn't have been in the game. As a matter of fact, they should have been backups, and we should have played other people, and I knew that. But you're trying to nudge them to get them to go, and, you know, all I can tell you is disappointing. I didn't expect it. I thought they'd come out and play. They didn't. The other team played harder than they played. The game got physical. We couldn't make 1-footers. Well, it's physical. So what? Just bumping and grinding. Doesn't give you, then don't play. You know, you can't miss 12 1-foot shots. Say, well, the guy bumped me, or the guy grabbed me, or the guy hit me in the face. So what? And let somebody else play.
Cal, you talk about how this was a good lesson. Talk about how this was a good lesson tonight. Are you starting to worry that your team's running out of time to learn from these lessons?
No, we're still good. I mean, you know, it's like anybody else. You have a bad game, and now you move on from it. This is one of our. We had one at LSU, and we just had another one. You know, we didn't. In both games, we had our chances, and we just. The thing that disappointed me today is, even with the lead, we had 2 guys gave up on the game. And you know it because you watched and you saw. They gave up on the game. You can't. You gotta just keep fighting, you know, and it doesn't matter how you're playing, it's about our team, and that's what we're trying to bust through right now.
Cal, you've talked a lot this year about, this game was, before the game you kind of talked about, or the players talked about having fun, you've talked about having them
This was the game
encourage each
to
other.
have fun in, because of how they play. They're running and trapping and scrambling, and there's no real plays, and passing, moving, one-on-one, and you can get out and run. This is the game to have fun in. We took 76 shots, 20 of them bad, but we did take, it's the game that, well, if the game got physical and they played really hard, you're not having fun because they're playing harder than you. But this was the game. You know, you out-rebound them, you get 26 offense. This is the game to have fun. There's no plays. They're trapping. Just throw it and run, go. But if you're not into it, if you don't have that energy, if you're not into team, you can't have fun. I don't care what kind of game it is.
Let me ask you, you've talked about that, you've talked about having them compliment each other and huddle the right way and touch each other. Are you running out of buttons? I mean, are you getting
No,
exhausted
we're
with all
good.
these things?
We're young. We're 18 and 19-year-olds. These guys are, hopefully, the biggest thing is take responsibility. As long as you take responsibility and you know you need to change, you'll change. If you listen to the clutter telling you it's everyone else on the team and not you, now you don't change. Just take responsibility, know what happened, let's make some changes, and let's move on.
John, can you explain the number of lobs that you guys attempted that weren't successful? Is it just guys trying to make an easy play and make a simple play harder?
They gave us layups, they backed away, and the guys were trying to throw lobs when they weren't there. You know, a couple we didn't run where the lob would have been there, but we weren't getting out and running. We were jogging the floor. But the reality of it is they backed away, took away the lob. We've had that before. We've had teams do that to us. You shoot layups. And then just go in and shoot a layup. You don't need to. Or if they're all in the lane, you won't believe this, come to a jump stop and pass to somebody. So you have no lob. They crowd the lane. You got to make that pass. We got a little anxious today. This was, like I said, it's a great lesson for us. Hopefully they take stock in what happened. Individual players take stock in how they played. Look at what you did. Look at your numbers. Look at what you did defensively. We played defense. There was about a 5-minute stretch. I thought, now we're playing. It was about a 5-minute stretch. And then all of a sudden, two guys started walking around and heads went down. And I'm like, you got to be kidding me. But that's where we were in this game. And again, give Arkansas credit. They competed and battled, and neither one of us shot the ball very well. But they made their free throws. And, you know, it's really disappointing, 1 for 2, 0 for 2 in crunch time. And in a game like this. But you know what? This is where we are at this point. We're not going to be great every night out. And this is one of those efforts that, I'm not happy about, but it's what it is.
John, what did you think of Willie being active?
Willie was good. Willie tried and offensive rebounded and went after balls and blocked shots and had a presence. Again, this may have been a 15, 18-point game if Willie wasn't in there.
Julius looked like he was laboring a little bit.
Who?
Julius looked like
He was. He played too many minutes. I'm still trying to get guys to sub themselves. They just don't get it. The longer you're in there, you're not going to play better. You're going to play worse. And if you're in there for numbers, you end up missing free throws, missing shots, not getting the key rebounds, and you don't look good. So you not only hurt yourself, you hurt your team. Less minutes. Sub yourself. Get yourself out of games. It's not just him. We had a couple guys that tried to play too many minutes. Thank you.